Hello, welcome back to Fixing Blind. So today we've got this this light that I bought. Okay, so I purchased this because we run an Airbnb, and the side of the house that you have to drive around the garage. You have to, so you know, like here's my house. Let's just say the sticker's my house. Okay, my garage sticks out over here. There's no light over here where they have to drive around to get into the back to get to the camper. Okay, so I'm gonna hang this light on the garage, and it's gonna shine down, kind of, you know, light it up so people. I mean, we live out in the middle of nowhere, so when it's dark, it is dark. So the only thing I've done is I've cut the tape so we can open this up quick. I'm gonna give you my first impressions, and then we're gonna show you the installation, how I'm gonna install it, and then after I use it for a month or so, I'll let you know my opinion on it. First off, I bought this with my own money. Okay. It is a barn light. It's a dusk to dawn, so it just comes on when the sun goes down and shuts off in the morning. Okay, it is LED because I wanted something bright, but that's not going to cost me a lot to run. So we'll go ahead and open her up here. We got that. Oh, it's a nice foam, not that, you know, stuff that just crumbles. I mean, it's packaged pretty nice. Got it in a bag. Got a little plastic lens cover, or, you know, over the plastic cover. Let me just get this stuff all out. And get the instructions with the specs. Nope, we're missing. There we go. All right, let's get this box off to the side here. All right, so here's the light. You can see it's got quite a few LEDs, but not a super amount. Now this is supposed to be 100 watts. It's supposed to draw 100 watts, okay? Here's your wires that connect it. They're not your standard, you know, white, black, and green. So I'll have to look at the instructions and see. It looks like they're using yellow as a ground. All right, so that'll be a little interesting. It says that it is CE rated. Okay. It says LED floodlight. I like this plastic that they got over top here. It's just your standard don't scratch me kind of plastic. Okay. One thing that I'm a little concerned about is this holding water. Okay, you see how it's cupped? So it mounts on the wall like this. This part faces up, and this part faces down, obviously, unless you want to light the sky. But I can see this holding water. Now I'm just checking here to see if there's any. Yeah, and there's no drain holes. Okay, so that may or may not be a problem. The thing that I see is these screws down in here, the shiny little screws, okay, are right where the water would sit, and it looks like those screws hold this outside on. So we'll see if this fogs up or not. I hope it doesn't. Feels like cast aluminum. This part is the housing, and then this is like a high density, like, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a impact resistant clear plastic. So now there are a couple ways you can mount it. You see here, we've got this hole here. So it looks like there's a couple different ways you can mount this, okay? You see this hole here? You can run the wire out here if you need to come straight down. Like if you're mounting this flush up against a wall, but don't have a hole drilled through the wall, and you need the wires to come down to go to your source, your power source. You could do that just simply by pushing the wire through. Or like what I'm gonna do is I will have a hole that I'll cut the wire in, and I'll feed it through the hole and then screw this to the side of my building. Okay, and then it'll sit down there like this and shine down here. Okay, it does have this. It's like a sharp teeth kind of deal, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you take these two screws out. This goes here, and that's for if you're setting it on top of a fence post, so it bites in, gets a little better bite. I mean, I suppose you could use it this way too if you're going into the fence post. You know, if you're going right on the side of the post. It comes with just, you know, your cheap screws, you know. They look like they're stainless steel screws. You got the, you know, sheetrock or anchors, so you can drill the hole, put the anchor in, and it'll hold it more secure. Yeah, so first impressions are, it feels pretty high quality. My concern is these screws being in this little valley that's going to hold water. But on the other hand, it is LED, so this metal will probably get hot enough. You can see how these ribs, these are heat sinks. It may get hot enough where it evaporates that water before it would sink in and seep through these screws. We'll install this, okay? And we have to look at their manual because they're using non-standard, non-US standard wiring colors. But anyway, I mean, we'll see if I wasted my money or not. It wasn't too terribly priced. I think it was like 40 bucks plus tax from Amazon, and you get it in 2 days. All right, I will put a link below to this on Amazon, but it does seem pretty solid. I mean, it feels like this is going to hold up to the wind. I'm pretty happy with it, with the exception of this. You know, I would have liked to see like maybe little drains, you know, little drain holes machined in here, or something like that, to allow the water to go around the lens instead of in the lens. Because if one of these screws is loose, it's definitely a place for water intrusion. So I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching. It is